Today I want to address our spiritual leaders. By spiritual leaders, I mean our pastors, our prophets, our clergy, our priests. I am Christian by orientation, so I do not know how they call, the Muslims, the imam also, but I don't really want to involve a religion that I am not very versed with. So I'll just remain around Christianity. So I am speaking to our leaders in church, our spiritual leaders. Now, it is common knowledge that, especially in the Pentecostal church, it is common knowledge that we have pastors who receive people with different kind of problems, and then they try to solve these problems in the church. Before I continue with this video, I want to commend the spiritual leaders for their services to humanity. We cannot pay you back, and we so appreciate you for your own contributions that you give to humanity. But there is a problem that I see amongst some spiritual leaders. They take in people with different kinds of problems and then attempt to solve these problems, even when they truly know that these problems are not within reach for them to solve. By this, I mean they lack the competence to handle certain issues. For instance, if someone is sick and they need help, and they go to their spiritual leader, say their pastor or their prophet, I expect for the pastor to pray for them and then send them to hospital so that they can get treated, they can get tested for whatever they are suffering from. But on the other hand, some of these prophets keep them in churches and then start organizing prayer and crusades for them. I am not undermining the power of God in churches. I am not undermining the anointing or the calling on the lives of our spiritual leaders. But I must say they lack the competency of taking care of people with medical conditions. I think they should advise these people to go to the hospital so that they can get proper medical attention. Also, in some churches, I wouldn't want to mention any particular one, but we all know them out there. They have funny religious practices, or would I say doctrines, that stop them from getting medical help. There is this particular one that is very prominent. They refuse to do a blood transfusion if a member needs one. They rather prefer to die than to have a blood transfusion. This is their doctrine. I think it is wrong. At this point, they are not helping out. If you have a Christian who has a medical condition, I think a doctor is in better place to handle that medical condition. Your work should be limited to the spiritual level. It should be limited and not into the medical. Another glaring example also is counseling. We have spiritual leaders who are into counseling, but I think there's also limitation there. We have trained and qualified psychologists, counselors, therapists, you name it all, who are professionals in this domain. Your pastor cannot be your counselor, I mean in other matters which are not spiritual. They refuse. They hold on to the member, not allowing them to go to where they are supposed to have help. I think it is about time we call this attitude out. It is not right. If people have medical issues, they should go to hospital. If they have psychological issues, they should see a doctor, see a counselor. People have been trained to do that. They should see therapists. Well, I'd just like to end this video here. And I say a big thank you to the spiritual leaders. Please, our pastors, our prophets, our priests, do not relent in your own work. Keep doing your own work. But let the competent hands do theirs too.